like the styles.
Yeah, we're talking about a mixed team and a new team.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to know anything about them.
We're able to get some basic info, and we've got a best of 3 to go off of from both of these teams last night. So that's kind of like the info that we have. So but we didn't really get too much from NerdRage because they just literally got smashed by Fnatic. So
we know they're not as good with Zeus's ass
as
Olaf. Yeah.
Jules, you made the mistake. It was almost like Delpan, back when he went for the AUG when everybody wasn't supposed to go for the AUG.
What Jules did was basically like backhand slapping Zoro for what is called challenging him to a duel or something.
Well, to me, no. To me, it's like that guy with like the sword in Indiana Jones, where he's just like doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and then Indy just like shoots him in the face. That's kind of what happened. Like Joel's just like, "Oh, I've got you, Olaf. You're never gonna be able to handle this." And Olaf was like, "Dude, I can do it better than you."
This is a cool push from AlienTech trying to get.
And they get stopped by one guy.
Well, they got ground though.
Like Villig. It's like when a moose. It's like AlienTech were like a giant moose, and Villig just stood his ground and like raised his arms and shouted at them, and they ran away.
They actually didn't get any ground at all on that push.
They have 3 guys on this A site right now. 4 guys gathered up for NerdRage outside of the B halls, and it is going to be Villa getting picked up, but now the push begins, and already the pre-fire straight up onto that man. Para getting dropped down to 6 HP, and the last man as well here on the B site. They had already begun to rotate off, so they're going to try and push forward here, but Muteris, he's so good at playing the angles. He is so on point right now. Rome is going to take out Joel's. That bomb gets planted, but they get instantly wiped out in AlienTech with a very fierce retake on this site.
And NerdRage didn't even get a kill there. I actually thought it was cool that the way Villig scared them off on A forced them to hold A and not getting any info. They actually thought it was going to be an A push, it seemed like, but the fake didn't work. Or the fake worked, but...
When it came to the shots, NerdRage hardly hit anything at all. So... We kind of see the game plan here for NerdRage now. 2 P250s, a third one, a fourth. We should have one picked up on Villig. No, he's going to stay with the Glock. Okay, then. So, 4 P250s, and we can expect a pretty quick round, I think, here from NerdRage once again. No nades into mid. Instead, it's going to be Joel's putting a shot onto Portolito, so waking him up a little bit. Portolito hoping to get lucky with the headshot there onto boost, but it's 2 guys boosted up right now looking to get control into mid. One of them drops off, however, back into A main. And that bomb has made its way up into Squeak. So there's a single man holding on this site that is Kill Dreams. And yesterday on this site as well versus Acer, Kill Dreams was able to get some good rounds in. So it's pretty much like him and Muteris, the 2 of them together, keeping AlienTech alive versus Acer. So we'll see if he can reproduce that today. He's going to get wrapped around on here, but does manage to return, and he's not going to get anything done. He just holds down mouse 1 and does not track well with the aim. So looks like a second bomb plant for NerdRage, and this is fantastic for them. And so, now 3 players alive, make that 2. Villig gets picked up, last man here, Blasphema basically. And Yols now going to be kind of caught behind quad boxes here. He's got that P250, so he is dangerous, and you can see there, nearly drops Para down. But Para's going to get the kill in the end with the MP7, a little bit of bonus money there for him. 2 kills for Muteris, a single one for Portolito, and a single one for Kill Dreams, so not too shabby in the end.
Kind of awkward getting his bomb plant with no one really dying from AlienTech, aside from Rome, who kind of made a mistake there with that UMP. But so in NerdRage still no kills basically, but still pretty good effort.
Yeah, they have like a single kill, and that's Joel's. That's like they have 1 kill in 2 rounds. So going into the third one here, NerdRage, you're gonna have to start hitting some headshots if you want to, have an impact here early on.
I wonder if Joel's is actually on TeamSpeak, like, guys, you gotta get your shit together.
Yeah.
I'm carrying this.
I'm wondering if Muteris isn't like that all the time. And look at this. This worked very well versus Acer yesterday. Muteris with the counter boost.
Ooh, he saw his head there.
Pre-fire, and he catches him with a nade in hand. Doesn't get any better than that.
No damage dealt.
Oh. Shed with the golden opportunity to pick up 2 kills. He nearly takes out Portolito and Muteris both, but Muteris wins the duel, continues his reign of dominance. He lives at 2 HP, literally, so really awkward spot here for Muteris. They're hoping to get lucky with the HEs, but unfortunately for them, Portolito only just now rotating onto upper. Flash there to slow him down, and the shot, Villig picks him up. They know that there's another man at the back of the site, however, so they're trying to draw him out into the open. Smokes go down, and the push begins. Blasphema just taking point. He's going to get support from the man in Squeak as well, and still alive at the back of the site is going to be this man right here, Rome. Quickly overwhelmed. Para, though, does take out Joel's in the meantime, so it is a 2-on-2, but the health heavily favors NerdRage at this point. Muterus only on 2 HP after all. And he's stuck on short. Opens it up for Para to rotate in through A main, however, and he takes out Villig, so it is going to come down to Blastva, and he turns away. Muterus could get a free kill here, but he turns back in time. This is it. Blastva just playing the clock at this point. He's got this angle, open angle, and he gets the shot onto Para. Para just no hope there of actually being able to pull anything off.
Great timing from Blastva, just turning around. Kind of lucky, getting the right call on where he's supposed to aim. So nice job from NerdRage getting a point on the board.
Yeah, and hell of a time there for Blastva to turn around and spot Muterus.
I guess Para is as sick of that forklift as most people are.
Oh man, that forklift is always a nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah, weird hitboxes. You don't really know where you can shoot and where you can't shoot.
And then nothing is wall bangable on it either.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big nightmare to try and hold the position there, but well, makes life interesting. And what else is interesting here is that 2-1 AlienTech up 2, but they're on an eco round now with NerdRage winning that third round. So nice shot there by HMP leading the way to open things up, and they managed to spot out the boost as well. Yols and Shed with the spray down. Yols gets dropped down to 10 HP. That's the bomb spotted as well, so the rotation can begin. But instead, it's going to be a spray down. Villig manages to get the kill, and we have a 2-2 scoreline now. NerdRage going back into this. And the question is, do AlienTech risk it for a biscuit? Portolito's got enough. And yeah, they are going to go for it. Portolito's got enough for his AWP, but the rest of them are going to be very light on nades. Look at this. They can barely afford. I mean, Para is going to just have enough for a smoke and a Kevlar, but they have 4 smoke nades here. Kill Dream's only able to afford the M4 and a Kevlar. No helmet. Definitely not ideal. And once again, NerdRage, though. A very spread kind of strat going out for them. 3 guys in mid, 1 holding towards B halls. That's Joel's. And a single man, Villig, taking a bit of a battle over here in Squeak with the man holding on A site. So nicely done by him. You know, they kind of just trade damage over there, but he comes out ahead versus Rome. Just barely, though. And now the question is whether he realizes that Muterus is holding on upper or not. Because a lot of this comes down to info. And NerdRage still trying to figure shit. They're still trying to figure everything out here. They haven't really quite picked up on what is happening as far as AlienTech is concerned. So Flash, they're starting to make it look like perhaps this is going to be a B split. Instead, it's going to be an A push coming out here from NerdRage. They're going to sneak a man out through the smoke, and that's going to try and open it up for short, but timing with the flash there works out perfectly. Villig does pick up the man on short, however, and he is going to be able to draw out the attention. Shed takes out Kill Dreams, and it's down to the remaining 2 members here alive on this site. Rome gets caught, but Para is here, takes the fight straight up, wins it. So we're into a 2-on-3. Portolito is going to be there soon as well with that AWP to lend a hand. Both of them coming up on short, but then Yols, look at this. He's already ready and waiting.
This is a hard situation for AlienTech to take over.
Yeah, and Yols isn't even necessary. Blastva and Shed take care of it. Yols is kind of just like hoping to get some kind of action, but he got nothing that time, man.
Yeah, I was wondering if AlienTech shouldn't have saved there. Well, in hindsight, it's very easy to say they should have, but they didn't have any money going for them, and AWP could have been saved, so a bit of unlucky there.
Yeah, definitely pretty rough. And, well, now, I mean, this is now going to start AlienTech off in that bit of a downward spiral where you win a round and then you just, you're just going to get into this consecutive, like, buy, save, buy, eco, buy, eco, buy, eco. And it's painful to watch. AlienTech do manage to get 1 kill, though, so that's going to be a kill onto Shed, but 2 guys holding on short. One of them is gone. The other one on the site does manage to back off, but he's going to be caught in a corner here. Free kill there for Villig. And then he realizes, wait a second, there was a lurker in A main. Rome, what are you doing in my house? Get out, just get
out of here. Poor leader getting the AWP now, though.
He's going to be going toe-to-toe with HMP, though.
This recall handling on the guy inside was really awkward. He started spraying at him, and there was what we were talking about on Dust 2, actually. Like, once you spray that much, you can just go full spray. It's like running downhill. You can't really go from running to jogging downhill. You just have to keep running, or else you're gonna fall.
Well, you can stop. I think it's more of like a full-on YOLO thing, though. You know what I mean? Where they're just like, you know, you're halfway through the tub of ice cream, and you're just like, why not have them all? You know, why not have it all?
Ice cream.
That's what's up, man. You know,
Heavy breathing.
you got that pizza in front of you, and you said you were gonna have 3 slices, but then it was
Why
so
not?
tasty. Exactly. So you're just like, you know what? I am going to just demolish this pizza.
Nice shot from Rome there to the door. And AlienTech exit. Actually, okay.
Nicely done there by Joel's, making use of that new. It's a little bit of a tricky angle that we've started seeing more of. Shed takes out Kill Dreams, and just like that, AlienTech, they've given up the lead. We're into a 3-on-3 now. Para gets caught in the back as well. That's the B site wide open, and it looks like NerdRage are going to be able to speed up here and get a free plant. Both smokes going down as well, so there really isn't a whole lot that AlienTech can hope to do here. Rome with a very ineffective flash because he actually throws it right under the lip, but that's not going to change the fact that he gets a nice kill there. So that is certainly going to help, especially if he can continue to pick up kills like this. Don't know if they realize that Shed is waiting back here in main halls, but if they're defusing that bomb... Oh, this is big. He actually takes the fight, Shed! Are you out of your mind?
That was a very back and forth round. AlienTech getting 2 entries, and then NerdRage just bringing it back. And then AlienTech doing the impossible retake, basically. But Shed, yeah, that's risky.
Rome is really off his game. How in the blazes? Because Shed clearly thought that he was defusing, so that's why he steps out. That's why he takes the fight. But Rome had all day and an extra one of Sundays, basically, to be able to get that kill onto Shed, and he doesn't manage it. Like, Shed had 6 HP. Really awkward there. But, I mean, a huge win for NerdRage.
It kind of feels like AlienTech lost that round twice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so as well. Really awkward. And a force buy scenario. Para just literally jumping out into T-Halls there, and Checkered just completely caught. Now Kill Dreams gets cleaned up as well. So Rome is going to be able to pick up Villig, so he does manage that. But then Portolito, he tries to rush through, and he's not going to hit the timing just right there. Smoke down to block him, and he does not feel suicidal right now. Rome does take out the one man, however, so that is going to be Shed getting caught into a 3-on-3 now, and a lot of damage having been taken here by HMP and Blasfa. But Blasfa holding close under vents. Let's see if they actually go running over. Rome could potentially spot him out. This could be very awkward. There's one, and do they realize where the other one is? Yes, now they know all the information that they need. HMP and Joels could shut him down, but Rome, it's looking like he's going to elect to save his gun instead. He just, he's not going to take this fight. It's the right call to make as well. Very unlikely that he actually wins a 1v2, especially if a crossfire is already established for the T side defending that bomb.
It was a pretty nice round from Rome, though, getting 3 kills, but not enough.
Not enough. And so we see the score 6-2. NerdRage well ahead. And really, NerdRage, all they need to consider this a 1/2 for them is like 6 to 7 rounds. So the fact that they're up on 6 right now is very solid indeed. AlienTech calling for the pause. I'm wondering, is that Para or Portolito? Neither of them have bought anything, and they're all... Well, they haven't moved really. So I'm wondering if this is a tactical pause actually.
Might be.
Portolito just bought. So where the Para at?
So either Para is like lagging out or have crashed in a way, or
feel
he's
the
actually
Para?
calling the tactics now. Like, what are we doing?
No,
Okay,
there's Para.
Rage quit.
We'll see if he gets back into this game quick like. One hopes, though, because at this point you don't really want to lose the momentum for NerdRage. Every second that ticks by, it allows for AlienTech to get their heads back in this game and makes NerdRage's job that much more difficult. So they definitely don't want a long pause in this. They want this to keep going quickly.
I think the worst thing NerdRage could do now is like have a bathroom break. Like leaving the computers and all that kind of resets your mind. Even like when you're up 6-2, you're getting rounds quite easily, I'd say. Well, not easily always, but you have some dominating individual performances. You kind of need to just sit down and focus.
Well, that's the whole secret, isn't it? You focus better when you need to use the restroom. So some players used to chug a gallon of water before a match.
Yeah, I remember GetRight saying that he always plays better when he needs to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I'm wondering if these are just like, things that players tell themselves. That one time they managed to drop a 30 bomb, but they really needed to take a piss. So now they always just try and make it so they need to take a piss.
You really don't want to do like, you get a triple kill with the AWP in one shot. You're like pissing yourself because you're so excited. That's awkward.
That would be awkward, yeah.
But it hasn't happened yet, I think. At least what I know of. And I kind of know some history in CS. I think I would have known if someone had actually pissed himself.
Has that never happened, really?
I don't think so.
See, that feels like it would be something that could happen in a CS game. Because you have these moments, man. It's like that one moment where the guy, they have that GIF now that's like made it into like the top 10 of all time for the Reddit CS:GO.
I know which one you mean.
What? Yeah.
The one when he's the 10th who hasn't accepted the game. You mean that one?
No, the one where it's like the op. This is how you deal with an opper in mid. And it's like the guys. You have the op scoped up, and the terrorist just manages to sneak all the way up, like stands up at the last second and shoots him in the face.
I thought we were talking about pissing.
But then they got that reaction GIF that was just perfect. It was just like the kid who just like freaks out and then starts crying. I'm just like, yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The perfect combination.
I thought you meant that one with someone using the bathroom, and you hear like ding. Ding, ding, when he's supposed to accept and he's just walking away, going on the floor and everything. I don't want to be that guy. I think it's called no one wants to be that guy.
That's good.
The 10th one it doesn't accept, so he just screw it. But yeah, there was actually a commercial in Sweden like 10 or maybe even like 15, 20 years ago with a famous hockey goalie, and the commercial was like you're watching a real game, and the goalie Tommy Söderström actually just went off to the bench and back to the dressing room. And the commentator's like, "What is he doing?" Oh, nice shot from Shed. But there's like, "What is he doing?" And it just turns out he needed to go to the bathroom. I have no idea what the commercial was for, but it's kind of funny.
What was it for? Like, was it a colostomy bag or something? So you can just like piss in the bag and you're fine. Like, what was it? When you need to go. When you gotta go. Be prepared. Hugs the legs. You can't even tell.
All right. Well, NerdRage starting off. Wow, nice shot from Joel's, and really starting off the way they. What?
Attempts the wallbang through.
He didn't hit him.
That's not the correct wallbang to use. The wallbang that you want to use is right onto Muterus right now. That HMP catches the rotator. Kill Dreams is gone. It's going to be Muterus trying his best to hold on, but Villig and Shed just going to wreak havoc on that A site and completely clean house. So 7 rounds now on the board for NerdRage. AlienTech still trailing with 2. And this is where it's at.
That was
great
nice
reactions by Jules.
And NerdRage really, just continuing dominating. That was probably one of the most dominating rounds we've seen from them.
Can we go so far as to say continuous domination? Like it's a cycle. There's no longer there's no getting away from the domination now. It's just going to be domination and AlienTech. You're going to need that AlienTech to heal you after the beatdown you're taking. Well, Rome does manage to get a kill onto Villig, so he's got an AK to play with now. He only wishes... Well, that's Muterus, my bad. Muterus tries to get something done, and he gets killed. Shed, ugly spray battle versus Para, but he gets the job done just the same. And Rome is on a tear right now. 2 kills for him before he finally gets shut down by Vlaspa. Last man gets spotted out, and that's Kill Dreams. So no success this round either for AlienTech. 8 rounds now for NerdRage.
Time to show up, AlienTech. This is getting out of hand.
This is definitely past... Well, it's past the point of no return for a successful first half.
Yeah.
For AlienTech. It's way past that, actually. With really, you want to shut them down with like 9-6. Only allow the terrorists to get up. Best case scenario, they get up to 6 rounds, but this is not looking too hot for them right now. And so now we get to see Portolito changing up his positioning. A lot of the time he's been taking this AWP into mid. This time around, he wants to use it up in B halls, and the man who's waiting for him is HMP. Because Jules has actually gone for a different approach. Yules is actually going for wall bangs right now. We're going to miss that because Portolito picks off HMP and B Hull, so that lurk from Portolito pays off and he gets that entry. But Yules was actually going for a wall bang, which is pretty nifty. If we look at underneath boost boxes, I bet we can see a bunch of bullet holes. Because you take a lot of damage at the AWP if you get tagged through there. Molotov behind forklift, and Yules is still waiting. Rome, are you going to take a step out or not? Oh my god, he gets the leg shot on him.
Well flashed as well.
Oop. Well, they get the return onto Rome, but second man on this site, Muterus is not going to let that go unpunished. 2-on-4 scenario now, and it is definitely getting hot on this A site. 3 players here, however, for the CT side, so the defense is already in position, ready to lock things down. Blasphemous does take out one, and that was a crucial kill, essentially, right there. Blasphemous takes out Kill Dreams, but Muterus still alive at the back of the site. They should know that Muterus is here. They should know that Muterus is alive on this site, though, because he did get a kill earlier. And there you go. When it comes down to it, Blasphemous not going to be able to come through. He really needed his teammate to win that duel versus Kill Dreams on upper.
Still did some economical damage, though, by taking out 2. So it's not perfect for AlienTech. They can't really... Well, they can start building, but they don't really have much to build off of right now.
Very true. I mean...
And if NerdRage wins this round, it's gonna be... I'm gonna feel sad for AlienTech.
It's going to reset everything for AlienTech. And then it's pretty much NerdRage with this map in the bag. NerdRage again with the all-out aggression. This time we'll see. Oh, it's Kill Dreams who wins that duel. And that's just because up in the vents, it's so hard to spot if somebody's up there on CT side with the way that they're holding, and Kill Dreams just single-handedly locking down the vents. And you can see how one-sided it is, basically. You stand out as a terrorist, you stand out so clear. But if you're looking up into the vents, it's really hard to tell if there's a CT player up there because their uniform is dark, it's shadowy up there. I mean, it's just a much easier shot for the CT to hit.
I really didn't think... I don't think Kill Dreams should have gotten that third frag, though. The 2 firsts, yeah, that was good. The third one was just sloppy from NerdRage.
Mm-hmm. Well,
he even got the chance to throw off a Molotov before even starting to shoot at him.
No, they spotted him. They know that Yules is up here. Now let's see. He's got 0 bullets. You might want to reload that, Yules. And it's all going to be for naught because Portolito's patiently waiting on the B site and he picks up the kill. So
that's great for AlienTech having 4 survivors to start. They can start building some economy now.
4 survivors, 4 rounds. I can't even make a Half-Life 3 joke out of that.
They're still in a sticky situation, though.
But now we actually have an impact that's being had on NerdRage's economy. Molotov going down onto boost box once again. HE to follow. We could see some good damage going out, but it's not going to be the case. Instead, it's HMP who's waiting up here. Nobody going to be coming in through A main, however. But it is good that he's being thorough because he sees that it's a bit of a deep smoke. So there could be some shenanigans on the CT side. They could try to play behind that, sneak behind it, go for a boost or something along those lines. Instead, smoke is going to clear, flash is there, and now we have to see. Yules in mid. Attempting a shot, but he's not going to get lucky. And HMP has now worked his way very far forward. We are going to have the peak, and Muterus is going to be able to walk in and pick up the kill easy peasy there onto HMP. And are we on auto director right now? No. Okay.
That's like the worst feedback you can give. Poggers observing.
There we go. Rome on the site is going to be able to pick up the first one.
That's like telling your teammate, like, are we having a bot in our team?
Nicely done. NerdRage walking out, get 2 kills, but on the A site now, the bomb is going to be able to get planted. They don't really have the option to plant it special, though. They have to kind of go for a default plant, so this gets a little awkward for the T side. It seems like they have an idea that the man is behind forklift there. Shed. Just waiting. Could get a good nade, but then he's going to walk out a little bit too early. 1 for 1 for 1. And then
they kind of lined up for him there.
Yeah, I mean, that was close. That was really close. It was very close indeed. And they save an AWP as well, so Portolito's going to be happy about that. Portolito, though, it's like Portolito and Para right now, man. They are just struggling. I guess maybe because Kill Dreams, Muterus, and Rome really aren't giving them too much to work with either. They're kind of hogging all the fun.
Although they should have stepped it up in the beginning of the game, in that case. But okay, so AlienTech filling the void there, here. Trying to get a decent half of it, at least.
Can you hear that,
considered.
Andre? It's the shout of YOLO. They're just going straight, no fear. Oof. And they actually decided to clear checkered. Okay. Muterus, okay, Muterus right now is kind of like doubled up because he's got a man backing him over here in vents, so they're going to try and rotate back around. So this leaves Yules and Villig in a very difficult position. But why do they decide to push checkered halls with that bomb? That is awkward to the extreme. Muterus could walk into a bullet, we'll see. Yules not going to win that fight, and it's actually a wallbang from Para, so sick. Not bad. That was a cool shot by Para.
And Portolito, apparently listening to the stream, he's like, well, I'm going to show you guys and get three op frags, one of them being a quick scope, actually. So nice job.
It's so important that he drops that bomb carrier, though, because then that forces NerdRage, that forces them to completely focus on checkered, where there's already a crossfire established for the CT side. So just really silly decision there by NerdRage to, instead of, rather than run onto the site with the bomb, or at least keep the bomb in a somewhat special place, they actually push forward and get killed with it. And that kind of throws a wrench in everything there for NerdRage. So 15th round of this first half and a force buy for NerdRage. 2 AKs, a single AWP, and 2 Tech 9s. And a bullet to the face. Rome walking in. He's going to get caught by Villig, though. Quick push here through Squeak, and Villig able to recover a rifle to work with. So that Tech 9 going to be put up on the shelf for now.
That's a pointless Molotov. Or incendiary grenade.
That was awkward. Oh, Muterus. Not going to be pleased about giving up that kill there. Bait out the shot as well. Portolito hoping to get lucky. Trying to find the shot. He's going to get it. Timing just off with that HE. Now we're into a 3-on-3. Shots going out. Man is stuck here. And Shed readjusts his aim. Picks up the kill. And it's going to be Kill Dreams now. 24 HP. 1v2. He's got the AWP. And he's got 35 seconds to stop this bomb plant. And he picks off the first man. Key frag. Second man now caught in a corner. And now he knows. The thing is, what would be hilarious? Oh my god. It just barely misses. Just goes wide. If that man had just sat there in that position. Let's see. Ineffective HE. But Kill still has a flash and a smoke to play with, and he's going to jump straight in. Look at that. Shed was already pre-fire, like pre-aiming that angle.
Yeah, well, all things considered, AlienTech getting 6 rounds on the board, it should be... Well, they shouldn't be happy with it, obviously, but it really could have ran away for NerdRage. So at least 6 rounds. That's better than 2.
It's a big stretch better, but it's a little bit like Dust 2, where NerdRage, they did better than expected. They got 10 rounds on their CT side in the first half. This time, NerdRage getting 9 rounds on their T side. I mean, so far in both first halves, both maps, it's been NerdRage just playing from ahead, basically. Yeah. AlienTech having to play catch-up. So definitely not looking to be too positive here for the Portuguese team. Going into the second half, now on the T side, and let's see. Rome is made into the raid boss. Do they double up? No, just a single man. Okay, so they have a smoke on Kill Dreams. He dropped the Tech 9, and then Para going full nades. Whereas it is the straight up man fight that's going to be coming from NerdRage. Full Kevlar. Nothing crazy. Full Kevlar. A little bit of damage dealt there by Muterus, but no headshots.
And here's the push.
And so it begins. Flash. Horrible timing there for Blast, but that sets it up for the MBK corner man. However, and Blast, but does manage to pick up. They at least get 2 kills out of that situation. Quick play here by Shed trying to get in here fast. He could potentially get some bomb carrier, but he's not going to be fast enough. Now he's put himself in a bit of an awkward spot. He really did need to pick up a kill. Needs to make it back around the corner, but he's not going to do it. Instead, HMP to pick off Portolito. Still, that leaves Muterus and Para alive. Villig not going to be able to get that one, so now this has become very awkward indeed. HMP, they know that he's on the site. He's run out of time as well. He's just trying to force the issue, force the angle, but they can dance all day long. They aren't friends of his.
And Shed kind of had a good idea there, trying to catch the bomb planter off guard. But it just turned out to this weird whack-a-mole awkward situation where he just tried to shoot everywhere and no one really showed themselves.
And he had no way to fall back either because the
Yeah.
smoke just cleared as he comes around the corner. So, yeah, just awkward situation there for Shed. He needed to hit he just needed to hit a headshot, basically. Like, had to hit a headshot, and he didn't get a single one. So, really awkward. And now we have NerdRage into a force buy situation. 7-9. AlienTech win the pistol round, so they're up on UMPs. We saw this yesterday from them as well. And Para, what was that? That was a tag from the scout? He's dropped down to 53 HP, so... Not sure if Jules was able to get him, but I think that's what happened there. And it's all over the place right now, actually, for AlienTech. They're pretty spread out across this map, trying to find an entry. Start making some noise over here on the A site, but they have two guys waiting on that B site, and the bomb is rotating back through Garage. So now you have the collapse. Back onto the site, Villig going to be holding proper. He's got help as well from his teammate. It looks like HMP on upper. No, rather behind checkered, so he's going to be lurking. HMP, man, he can hit the timing if they decide to check. He's got a Deagle, though, which is basically like... Well, we'll see. Not the best gun to have in this situation. He needs something that he can shoot a lot of bullets with fast. Does drop the bomb carrier, though, and Villig is still alive on this site somehow. How is that even possible? They just ran right into the blender somehow. Rome is now the last man alive here for AlienTech, but NerdRage are in a fantastic situation now. They have an AK to work with, a UMP, and Villig still alive. But there you go. Blastva hears it, putting shots through. He's going to get the kill as well. Somehow, NerdRage, they completely annihilate that push when it comes through on that B site.
That kind of killed AlienTech's momentum quickly. Just pushing into A and just dropping like flies, basically against an eco. So not really what AlienTech wants.
Not at all. Definitely what NerdRage want.
They're gonna force it up though.
They realize how desperate this is going to be, basically, and they spend everything as well. So this is a full committal here from AlienTech. They need to get something done in this round. They need to win it, basically, because otherwise it's going to be another round of eco that could put NerdRage up on 12 rounds, and from there NerdRage have so much room. Nice nade onto Portalito and Muterus both. Fantastic punish. Smoke, flash, and a bunch of UMP bullets. Another one, 2 so far. He's still alive as well. Yoles, he swaps up for the P250. Nearly gets the kill. Drops power down to 16 HP. That leaves Blastva alive on this site. Both members so very low here for AlienTech. One of them goes down. Blastva with the wallbang. Could get the second one as well, and he does just that.
Nice Tech 9 work from Blastva. He didn't need to shoot the headshots. He just fancied it.
He just needed to stay alive, right? I mean, he did exactly what he needed to do, and he didn't overcommit. He tried. You could tell. He was like, do I commit or not? Do I go in here? But he played it down to a T. He didn't overstep his boundaries there. He just stayed alive. So that just did not allow... Wow. That did not allow AlienTech to get onto the site. And I believe Shed has bought a Zeus as well. Yes, he's got a Zeus, and Jules has got a Zeus. This is where it gets out of hand.
They're doing what Olaf did yesterday. Olaf tried to start off like a Zeus battle. And
no, are you kidding me? Jules started the Zeus battle.
He did?
Yeah.
Didn't Olaf too?
No, I'm pretty sure Jules did, and then Olaf bought one once he realized what Jules was doing. Still, in the end, Blastva with the 6 spray down, triple for him, 2 for Jules, and a 12th round on the board now for NerdRage. AlienTech, 7 rounds, and they're going to go for the bye here. But now is the time, basically. Now is the big moment where they're going to have to just do some significant damage to NerdRage. Double flash pretty much across the board, and the smokes as well. So smoke in the connector, I'm assuming. Yep, Shed should be effectively smoked off. Para setting up. And very quick boost over, actually. Shed, he has to be a little bit careful now. Not sure if he heard the steps. He might be getting that info, but there was a man at top mid. There's 2 of them, in fact. And now they begin to start falling back. 3 players here in mid for AlienTech. And they start to rotate back in through vents. This could get very awkward, though. Do we have the Molotov? Yes, we do. There's the incendiary. Going to get pretty toasty up there, and that's going to buy enough time. NerdRage, NerdRage going for a catch-all approach as well. 2 guys on the A site, 1 by connector and 2 on B. So that connector man could rotate over very quickly, get into CT or upper if he needs to. And Villig spotting the first man out, spots a second one. He spots a third, and he gets the kill. Very nicely done there. 2 for 1 trade. HMP still alive on this site. This is all that needs to happen now. NerdRage, this comes down to him staying alive. Flash is coming in from his teammates as well. Oh, and he gives away his position. Big mistake. HMP gets properly punished there. That's what had to happen. Shed is going to rotate in, and it looks like he came in through checkered. Somehow they don't realize that the last man is alive on the site, but it's not going to matter in the end. Jules is there to clutch the round, and 13 rounds on the board now for NerdRage.
We see NerdRage, they're going to be able to buy basically every round until they win. And AlienTech, not so much going on for them.
Yeah, this is backs to the wall, basically, for AlienTech here. I mean, 2 Tech 9s, 2 Deagles, and a Glock, but they're evening their money out. They aren't going for a Tech 9 Force or anything of the sort. They're really just going to go for a full buy in the next round. So NerdRage, they've pretty much got this in the bag. It comes down to mistakes made at this point and them minimizing them. If they play their game and focus, they can close this out 2-0 and keep their hopes alive in the group. Whereas for NerdRage, it's going to be very ugly indeed. If they were to lose this, they're out of the group, or at least they're knocked into consolidation.
If AlienTech loses this game, they're out of the tournament.
They're out of the tournament. No, how is it? Yep. You come from the north?
No. Well, north of Stockholm, but it's not far.
You're not up at like Uppsala or whatever? Or
Yeah,
no, what is it?
Yeah, I'm from Uppsala.
You're from Uppsala.
Basically.
It's Umeå. It's Umeå where they do that.
Yeah, and Skellefteå and Luleå, and like the hardcore Nordic part where the winters go like minus 30, minus.
See, that's why Exist and Devil Walk, they're so small. Actually, it's because they need to retain like their bodies basically in the heat, like the cold of the winter. They're just like trying to retain all the body heat they possibly can, so like they consume all the energy basically. Their bodies, whatever goes in, it all just gets burnt up like a giant furnace. Because they can't hibernate like bears.
Yeah, you'd expect them to be stronger though, fighting polar bears and stuff.
Yeah, but apparently, like people got pissed off because I said there were no bears in Sweden the other day. They were like, "There's bears in Sweden." So shut up, dude.
There are no polar bears though.
I'm so sad about that. I was so let down. I thought there would be polar bears running through the streets frolicking.
That's like a weird myth. Like everyone is blonde in Sweden, everyone is topless, and there are polar bears on the streets.
Well, where did you get that topless one from?
I don't know. I just made it up.
Okay, I was about to say,
No,
that was a great myth.
Actually, no. It's actually some kind of, not really a myth. It's more of a funny saying.
It's more like that Swedes aren't self-conscious so much. I'll put it that way. Oh, get headshot. You want a drink? Villig does a decent job rowing with the spray back, and it's actually turned into a 3-on-2 situation here for NerdRage. Potentially match point on the line here, so trying to keep their cool. Both players stacked up on this site. Not ideal for AlienTech by any stretch, but they are going to be able to double up here, and a good smoke goes down as well to try and funnel NerdRage in. We see them dancing on the edge. Their spray battle, and it is going to be the double kill. Perfect retake for NerdRage, putting them up on match point and basically giving AlienTech another shot at it here because of that bomb plant. AlienTech are going to get some decent money, but now they have to run 8 rounds in a row to win. So no easy task ahead of them here for AlienTech.
Feels like it was a long time ago we saw AlienTech having the upper hand in a game.
Well, we haven't seen it happen at all in either of the best of 3s so far. Last night,
Right.
Acer dominated. Well, didn't dominate, but definitely controlled most of the maps. And then here, NerdRage have just kind of beat up on them 2 maps in a row. Nice HE there onto HMP. Catches out the peak, but apart from that, there's no follow-up from AlienTech. Instead, they elect to go for a boost. Portolito missing a key shot on the man holding a connector. And Joel's not missing on his side. Double, in fact, as Villig picks off Kill Dreams over in B Halls. And now things get very difficult here. Portolito, Muteris, Para. The last 3 alive here for AlienTech, and HMP will take out Portolito. He tags up Para as well, and Shed to pick up the last kill. Dominant performance here, actually, coming in from NerdRage. Just completely annihilating AlienTech in this best of 3. So they will move on and keep their hopes alive in this group. They're going into the consolidation match.
And AlienTech won't.
And AlienTech will not. So crucial loss there.
Yeah, and they're going to be playing against the loser of Fnatic versus Team Acer.
Exactly.
That hasn't been scheduled yet. I guess it was supposed to be played today, but seeing as
Fnatic are probably in London right now.
Yeah, right. So that's it. We're